Hey everybody! This is Amy Rutten at the Grass Valley Library. Thanks for joining me for Random Acts of Science. We're going to do a weekly science experiment. It'll be live on Facebook and posted on YouTube as well. You can come back and watch that video once you have all the supplies you need and do it along with me. So, glad to see you today. Today we are going to be doing an experiment by creating a polymer. Now, polymers are materials with long strings of molecules that you can keep adding on to. They're pretty flexible, and some examples of those would be in nature. Your hair is a polymer, for example. It just keeps growing and growing. Your fingernails are another one, things that just you can keep adding on to them and they get longer and longer. In nature, one of the most common polymers is a man-made polymer that we all know and use all the time every day is plastic. And plastics, as you know, you can heat them up, they're flexible, you can pour them into a mold, form them into different shapes, and then when they cool, they're a semi-hardened product that is pretty useful to us. So we're going to make our own polymer today in the form of a bouncy ball. And this is something that you can keep when you're done, and they're pretty fun and easy to make. So if you haven't yet picked up your grab-and-go bag from the Grass Valley Library or another library that's near you, you can do that. On the outside of the bag, there's a QR code. You can scan that with your device, and that will take you to our YouTube page and right to this video where you can watch and do it along with me if you'd like. So let's find out what's in your bag. You should have an explanation sheet of the experiment. On the front side is the materials that you're going to need, and then a list of steps that you're going to take to make your bouncy ball. On the back side is some more information about the science and also some resources that you can link to if you want to learn some more information about polymers or about this experiment. So also in the bag, you're going to have some borax in a small baggie. So borax is a naturally occurring mineral that we use in our houses quite a bit. It's in a lot of laundry detergents or cleaning products. We also use it to whiten our teeth. So it's a safe product, but it does have a few downsides. If you have sensitive skin, you may want to use gloves for the experiment, and just be sure you're not inhaling it. So if you want to use a mask, just to be super safe, you can. It's pretty fine particles. But other than that, most people won't have a problem with this at all. Gloves are the best thing if you are sensitive. So we've got borax, and then we've got glue. So the glue is just Elmer's, just a regular Elmer's school glue, white glue. We're going to make our bouncy ball out of this, but if you want to make some more and you want to go grab some fancy glue, the clear glue with the glitter inside, it makes for a clear, glittery bouncy ball, and those are pretty fun too. So you can give that a try. Okay, also in here in the bag is a stir stick, which is going to come in handy. So. All right, optional things that you might need from home: food coloring if you want to add some color to your bouncy ball, some water, and a bowl to mix things in, or a bowl or some kind of a cup. Something pretty big though, you'll see how it goes. So once you've got all of that ready, we're going to go ahead and get started with the experiment. So the first thing we're going to do is pour a half a cup of warm water into our bowl. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of borax to the water. So I'm going to get my borax out. I have a tablespoon here. Scoop myself out some. Pour it in there. And then I'm going to stir it up and let it dissolve. The directions say to wait until it cools, so you can definitely do that. But while it's doing its thing, we're going to move on to the next step. So the next step is to add the glue to the water. Before we do that, if you want to add color to your bouncy ball, now is the time to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and add some blue food coloring to my glue, and we will make a blue bouncy ball. So I'm going to take my stir stick, I'm going to stir that up, and you can see it's getting nice and blue. Pretty color. Okay, then the next part of the next thing we're going to do is add that glue into the water with the dissolved borax solution into it. And if you're ready, we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so here I go, adding the glue into the borax mixture. And you will notice that almost immediately that glue starts to harden. You can kind of pick it up as a glob, almost from the very beginning. So you're going to stick your hands right in there, you're going to grab it, and you are going to start to squish and knead and work all the glue out of the middle of that blob until all the glue comes in contact with the borax. You can see the more you do this, there's still little pockets of liquid in there. So what the borax is doing is it's linking together, it's called a cross linker. It's linking together all those long kind of polymer molecules that are pliable, and it's linking them together so they go from a liquid to a solid. So we're taking two elements or two materials and we're combining them into a new material. If you've made slime before, this is quite a bit like slime. So this part might take 30 seconds, it might take a minute, it might take a little bit more. I feel like I'm kind of done with mine right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out. Okay, so I've got my slime, or I've got my bouncy ball. I found that it's kind of helpful if you kind of squeeze it into a paper towel just to get the water and the mixture that's on the outside off. A little sticky there. And then once it's kind of a little bit more dry, then you're going to take it and you're going to roll it in your palms. So this may take a couple of minutes. The longer you roll it, the more moisture is going to come out of it, and it's going to get going to start to look more and more like a bouncy ball. So I'm going to do this for a couple seconds longer here because mine is looking pretty good. It's looking like a ball. You can do the same with yours. And here it is. Let's see how it bounces. Move that aside. All right, here we go. The truth-telling part of the experiment. Not bad. There we go. Okay, so I hope yours turns out as well as that one does, and I hope you'll see that there's a lot of mixture left in the bowl. You can just keep adding glue to this and make as many balls as you can until you run out of materials, but this will make many more than just one bouncy ball. So feel free to experiment and have fun with that. We're going to talk really quick about what just happened with that polymer. You know most of it, but here's another way to visualize this. I've got a set of paper clips that I've added together, and as you visualize a piece of hair or something like that, you can keep adding on to the end and this will go on forever, right? And it's very loose, it's a liquid, it can go wherever it wants to go pretty much. So what happens, that was our glue before we added it to the borax. What happens when you add the borax is you're linking the strands of glue together, the strands of the polymer together. So let's pretend we've got two strands of polymer molecules with the glue. This second paper clip here is the borax. So we are going to cross-link the borax, or use the borax as a cross-linking agent and link together the molecules of water. So I'll do this really quickly here. Okay. So now if you can see this from where you are, now we've got two sets of, let's see if I can get that in the right camera view here. So we've got the two rows of glue, but now if we pull on one row, the whole thing is moving together. And so this is what the cross-linking borax is doing for our long, thin molecules of glue. And the other thing to know about this is you can kind of start to see that if you twisted this up a little bit, it becomes a helix. And that helix might be familiar to some of you who are familiar with deoxyribonucleic acid, which is our DNA. So we have polymers inside of us. We have cross-linkers, and we have the same type of stuff inside us. And in fact, That's the most important part of our genome are the molecules that are linked together to form a double helix, which is our DNA. So there you go. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope you had fun with this experiment. Best of luck making your own bouncy ball. And let me know how it goes if you want. You can certainly link photos or comments down below. And until next week, when we'll have a brand new experiment for you to join us with, I hope you have a lot of fun with random acts of science. Thanks for joining us today.